met the most beautiful little girl on the face of the planet, Rylee in Dallas, being held by her very pretty, but not as pretty as her mother, Amanda. Looking very bright, very motherly. I've had a very, not trying day, but we're both very tired, to say the least. Yeah. I've been on my feet for several hours, just running back and forth and watching little Rylee get her first bath, and we've been trying to feed her and all that kind of stuff, and she's just sleeping. And she's just been sleeping. But and here's some really cool stories. Back when we first found out that Amanda was pregnant with Rylee, she had had an x-ray at the dentist office, and I was really nervous. I didn't know if it had, if it would have done anything to her, caused any harm. So I was a little nervous about that, and I prayed about it, and it was either that night or the next night, I believe the Lord gave me a dream where the doctor told me after Rylee was born that she was perfect, and that she was, perfectly healthy. Well, after she had come out, and she was officially born and everything, all I heard, all I've been hearing all day is just how, like the girl in the nursery, she told me that she was just in her head, the circumference of it, her body is all in the 50th percentile, and I asked her, I was like, so you're telling me that the baby's perfect? She said, it's perfect. And she's like, on top of that, it was born right at 40 weeks, so perfect. And I was like, cool. And then, I came in with the baby, and the nurse was in the room with Amanda, and she was just looking at her, and she's like, oh goodness, her head is perfect. And she's like, I have never seen that after a birth like this. She's just perfect. And that same lady, a friend of ours, Steve, he told us that the child was going to be a proper child. And then, she was, she had a poopy diaper. And she was wiping her, but she wasn't fussing, she wasn't crying, she just, she opened her eyes, looked around, she was like, okay, whatever. And she's like, this little girl's just, she's all proper, she's, just whatever, I'll forget the other word she used. Do you remember the other word? But she said she was proper, and it's just so cool. But, and this was also cool. A little more detail, but they were using this stuff called mineral oil to help her come out easier, and the nurse started pouring some on Amanda, and she's like, there you go, a little bit more of anointing for her. And so before she was even born, the nurse was anointing her. But it's just, I don't know, the whole day's just been one confirmation after the other. Her head's perfect, her toes are perfect, her fingers are perfect, her body is perfect. She's cute and perfect. Oh, and yeah, that's another thing. The nurse, she was sitting there checking her reflexes out, and she said that she was very mature for her age. Basically, her reflexes are just, for lack of a better word, perfect. Her reflexes, what? Mature reflexes. She also said she's very strong, but I've got nothing but compliments for my baby girl, and call me biased, I don't care. She's doing great. She's just, she's perfect. She's proper. Born on my birthday, January 6, 2010, at 4:10 p.m. She's 7 pounds, 1 ounce. and 19 inches long.
Room is ready.
And our room is ready.
So it's big now.
Alrighty,
Okay.
thanks. Bye-bye.
Well, I've gotten a ton of Facebook messages and texts and everything, so thank you to everybody. I don't know who else can see this, but I was very blessed to have everything go pretty easily and painlessly, and still feel pretty good, exhausted, but other than that, it's just been great. I only had to try to get her out for about an hour and a half, which is pretty good. I jumped from 3 to 4 centimeters to 10 centimeters in a matter of 2 hours, which is unusual. So it was just awesome how easily and quickly everything went, and so I'm very thankful for that, and happy to have my little girl. She's so cute. And Daddy's been a good daddy and taking care of us, and that's all I can think of.
Do you have anything you want to tell Rylee specifically?
It's awesome how like everything that was prophesied over you so far has come true, or I don't know how to word that properly, but you know, he talked about that previously, but I think it's awesome.
I would also like to thank all the visitors, everybody that helped us out, all the words of encouragement, all the prayers, and I love every one of you watching this DVD. And Rylee, as for you, even though you're watching this DVD right now, I'm looking down on you. You're right there. Words cannot describe the joy that I have felt today. People have tried describing it to me, but I'm just totally in love with this little girl. There's an ongoing joke in my life, you know, people, you know, something will happen and I'll say, you know, I laughed, I cried, I got over it. But Rylee, when you came out, I laughed, I cried, but I still haven't gotten over it. I love you, my baby girl.
Well, Marijuana has not fun. That's your theme song, because as soon as it came out, that's what started playing from out of nowhere.
From the ringtone of your aunt that was also born January 6th. Girl, you were fun from the second you got here. But this is the end of the DVD. We have reached the end, and it's time to bid farewell. And the end has finally come.